Good morning, everyone. Happy Friday. Happy Friday. It's Friday. Woo. What a week. Huge ranges this week. I definitely thought that Wednesday was the high of the week. And, well, yesterday's earnings, tech earnings, as we've talked about, can be quite erratic. Shot us up higher, Microsoft and Google. So far, what's happening? We're in an inside week, meaning we're inside of the last week's range. And it's Friday. So this makes it pretty difficult on just on a drawn liquidity basis now for me, right? Because I had formulated the thought that Wednesday would be high of the week, but it's not. And then now I'm just like, okay, I don't know what the drawn liquidity here is on the higher time frame right now. With NQ, huge bounces over here on the weekly order block, right? And that's where most of my money made that Friday on my Top Step account was made on just playing the longs after that reaction here. But now it's kind of tricky. It's kind of tricky because this definitely threw me off, this closing below this 4 hour, but it hit this order block and we were bought it back up. So that being said, though, you don't have to know all the time what the draw is to make money, right? Like on the higher time frame. Like yesterday I made money on this stream shorting. And literally shorting like to from here to here on ES from the 38s to 33s, 35s. So quite the rip up. So capital preservation Friday, I think, is the plan. We had PCE, right? I believe so. And that is one data point that's quite important that the Fed does look at for inflation. So that is an 8:30 news that's pretty high impact. And you can see here, okay, ES took this high and NQ did not. So we do have a bit of an SMT there, where ES took yesterday's high. Interesting. Right, we have this huge imbalance lower. I do think we could accumulate in here or drop with retrace or whatever, right? Because we're in a premium as of right now, even if we are going higher. This is a daily SIBI on NQ as well. What's the daily look like right now? Okay. I believe there's news at 10 a.m., right? Check, make sure. People typically ask me what website? forexfactory.com. Let me just make sure I am streaming, right? Okay. Yeah. What up, what up, what up, what up, what up? Hit that thumbs up button. Hola. Okay. Yes, we are live. Cool. Hit that thumbs up button. Okay. What was this? Got that old record on the shelf. I love 80s rock. That's what I listen to, especially in the morning. It's great pump up music. Okay, and yesterday, what was I doing? I was singing from the Karate Kid. That's the best. All right, news. We have open at 9:30, obviously, but in 2 minutes. That's what I meant to say. So, in our daily level, we took this. We had a small shift here on ES. Yeah, no, retraced at 9. Okay. We're in this large imbalance here. For ES and NQ. History repeats itself. Try your best and succeed. Okay. 4 hour. Yeah, like especially if you're like trading lower time frames, by the way, like the 1 minute, like you don't have to know exactly like what the weekly is unless like you're holding for this huge like obviously yes, if you're going for those like huge RR trades, but they don't have to happen that often. But for me, if we're hitting like a higher time frame, like 5 minute is where I look for those shifts. Let me think for a minute. Need to remember Forex Factory. Do you think we do have 10 a.m. news, right? Yeah. UOM, consumer sentiment, high impact, red folder, I mean. University of Michigan consumer sentiment. So far on the stream, you guys, like I'm 3 for 3 days in a row. Quite pleased with that, at least. Yeah. You're in a large city. Like I said, okay, so if we're going higher, like I would need a 5 minute market structure shift and like no SIBIs above on the 5. But like I said, I think that we are retracing into this level. We could even get to like the order blocks here. This is literally just like 6 p.m. candle. Like we have a gap up then, that means, right? Or no? What? Oh, because this is 4. Don't you count it from 4 though? Oh, that's weird. 410. Has it always shown it until like 410? Pretty sure you counted until from 4. I'm gonna count this. Okay. Yeah, it's bleeding lower into. I mean, it's not bleeding, it's retracing, but yeah. I don't really have point of interest in this area, so if I am looking for longs, I mean, I would have to wait for 5 minutes. And for shorts, right, 5 minute. I have to wait until 10. I don't have a bias right now. I'm pretty neutral, because like it's Friday and like what's the weekly draw on liquidity if we're in an inside week right now, right? Like it's been met pretty much. Capital Preservation Friday. Don't lose your shirt on a Friday going into the weekend. Also, it's the first. It hasn't even been 5 minutes so far of the open. Let me check out DXY. I forgot. This was like sort of where we got in the shorts yesterday, yeah. And then at 11 pretty much got out. So that was pretty good bounce. Short-lived. So DXY is just still hanging out. This is when it's pretty tough, I would say. Like sort of when we were in this. I remember this. I was complaining about this all the time. Similar vibe. Similar vibes. Everyone's hanging around in this daily fair value gap that broke a high. There's like 20 minutes left in the 4-hour candle right now for ES and NQ, right? Check out this 4-hour on DXY looking bullish. Like it did bounce on this 4-hour order block. I feel like it could go for this high. Yeah. See the 4-hour. You know, indices are also bullish. So what's my protocol then? Using the 5-minute, you know. And yesterday, I've noticed this a lot, you guys, that like yesterday we got into like a 4-hour FEG for ES in the morning, right? And like I said, that's oftentimes like high resistance conditions then for the morning. And the morning was pretty difficult, I would say. It was not like easy. But then, you know, you have your shift if you check the 5-minute then, and you just wait for like an obvious fair value gap 2022 model reversal, that's gonna help out better than like the 1 minute. That being said, I did not think that we were gonna like retrace that much. So yeah, I mean, there really was earnings, Microsoft and Google. That was the catalyst for that. Pretty wild. Tech earnings week is like pretty much like NFP week. Like it's very tricky. And sometimes the moves will happen. The huge ones will just happen then. We'll see what happens at 10. Right, NQ is stronger. Let's see what, obviously because like it was tech earnings, but also it usually is a stronger one anyway. Yeah, for me to get involved in any move on like the upside here, I really would need like clean 5-minute structure. For me, it's just not. And I'm okay with missing that because I don't know, it's Friday, I don't really want to. If it like doesn't present on the 5-minute, it's just not clean enough for me then. See what happened. This was 9:30. I should mark that out in gray. Also, there's no reason to be rushing. Always remember there's plenty of trade opportunities. What's important is not to like be stubborn. Stubborn and like you know, after getting stopped out of a trade idea, to keep trying and thinking like, oh no, that was just a sweep of stops and I was liquidity momentarily. No, that, and then you keep trying and you blow up an account, etc. Trust me, I've done that. I even did that yesterday with a couple of my accounts on that move up, and it was crazy because it wasn't even my model. I was just like trying to be like, no, it's up too much. There's some stupid shit. But it's okay because they're like fresh accounts on Apex. It's not okay. It's still like I shouldn't be doing that. But you know, that's sort of how I also think about risk in the way it's like, okay, if there's no balance on it yet. It happens. I still have like 6 Apex accounts above the threshold, and I believe they will be ready for payout by the next cycle. So that will be fun. I still gotta stack some more though. So there's like 4 days left, right? Yeah. 4 days left in April. But like when is the 1st of May? Because it's like 80% off right now and pass in 1 day. Otherwise it's like pass in like 7 days or something. Yeah, I've marked this order block out on the 1, I guess. I don't know, I don't really. Order block, fair value gap. I'm kind of talking and looking at charts at the same time. But yeah, you guys, especially, I'm making a rule for myself, especially if I don't get enough sleep. I'm not trading, especially if, okay, not enough sleep and had a W in the morning. Like, that being said, this is why I rotate accounts. It's like, okay, you made money on some, like, keep those safe. But if I did not get good sleep, I'm not trading the afternoon. Like, by then, I'm just very fatigued. To remember, like, you're an athlete showing up for game day every day. Literally is like, that'd be on your top performance. Yeah, I don't like this. This is ugly. This is uggo. This structure is ugly. Right, even for like if you're thinking a downside, it's like, where was the On NQ, where's a structure shift lower? Nowhere really, so it's ugly. Like all you have is like a CSD, change in state of delivery. I don't really like that, especially with large wicks. Like we can always retrace deeply into a wick, like 50% of the wick or so. Ugly. Look at that hourly. This is pretty standard for like how it always looks like in these consolidation. After expansion retraces into a large area for FEGs and such, a lot of the times, like check out the hourly charts in those types of areas, like a lot of times it's ugly. Like right here, this is like CPI day, how large move that like took liquidity, and then ugly. This is an hourly chart. Here, wait, this is Asia, so that doesn't count. Yeah, here. Where's like NY open here? Like, I remember even being at this time still bullish, right? And so you have this imbalance and it's retracing, but you don't know how deeply it will. So this is ES actually. NQ is the one I want to show actually for this. NQ is always more erratic. This is like a Monday no news, right? And this is why I avoid Mondays with no news. Yeah, same thing. So how long has it been? 15 minutes. We've developed our opening range, first 15 minutes of the day. You know, there's actually like a paper on that strategy, the opening range. Strategy that it's like a retail strategy, pretty cool. There's like a paper that because when I was getting more into like seriously thinking about it being like full time, right? I have a science background. Biomedical engineering. I was reading like I was trying to look up like scientific papers on whether not like scientific but like research published papers, so like published by like economic professors or something, on whether or not like day trading is actually profitable, right? And there should be studies on that, right? And I think a lot of people just like fall for anecdotal evidence and such from marketing gurus. So I wanted to actually search those different things. And hold on, I'm watching structure. I did find some pretty interesting papers. Pretty much, yeah, 10% are profitable. But this was like a paper from the 90s. There aren't so many new ones. So that was also a different time where you had to like put in orders and such, call your broker, pay like a $5 commission per, or $10, I think. You know that the NASDAQ used to be $100 per tick? I think like in like 2010 or so, like not that long ago. But yeah, there are some like depressing papers too. There was like one saying like from the year like from 2008 to like 2012, like it was like nearly impossible to make money from the Brazilian futures market. Anyway, I saw a paper that was actually like going into like how the opening range can be like the actual strategy and like analysis on, I believe they were buying TQQ shares instead of like leverage, which is leverage is like 3 times the QQQ, but it's still not as leveraged as futures are. I literally thought of making like, and I did start like a project in that sense, personal project of using coding and to determine the optimal risk profile for prop firms with a 2R and 50% win rate, which is around pretty much like what I have, you guys. A lot of people ask, what's your win rate? What's your RR? It's pretty much 2R and 50%. Like last I checked, it was like 53%, and on my Top Step Express account, it was like 1.8 R, because I'll take partials, and 53%. And my profits, like all my profits together divided by my losses, are so 2.2 times my losses on that account. Sometimes it is better. Like I had like a really good what was it? February? A couple weeks in February was like 3R. Like the 3rd week of February was the best, by the way, and the 3rd week of April was the best. Really backtest. Really backtest whether or not the 3rd week is the cleanest week of the month. The 1st week of the month, you count it as the first Friday of the month. So even whichever is the first Friday, even you don't count it by like what's the first full week by Monday. Okay, so we have news at 10 a.m. in 10 minutes. So far we are above this like first 15 minutes of the day. We'll see if there's some sort of willingness to go higher. It does seem to be, but there's like, we'll see how this candle ends. We have like a little bit of a volume imbalance here on ES, which is interesting. What is DXY looking like? But yeah, I started it and then I just didn't have the time to finish coding it. Like coding it on Python, right? Maybe I'll get ChatGPT to help me when I get time. I have to put out more videos on my YouTube too. I recognize that. So, pretty good in that, like, did not force any, like, shorts just based on this SMT because there was not really a clean displacement, and waited for market to showing its hand. It is showing its hand to go, willingness to go higher, I would say. But we'll see what happens at 10. It's rough. You're the best around. Remember also, like, it's okay to be wrong in trading, but it's not okay to stay wrong. I like that saying. It's okay to be wrong, but it's not okay to stay wrong. Like, stubborn, etc. if you are, I saw a really good tweet and I retweeted it. It was like, if you realize you missed your exit on the highway, do you just keep going down the highway? No, like you get off at the next exit and you know, figure out where to go next, which direction. And same thing in trading. It's like, if you get stopped out, do you keep going? Do you keep going that same trade idea in that direction? Or do you keep like adding into a position, not take your stop? No. You just reassess. ES is kind of stronger here, right? Look at this. ES did not take out these highs. Also, you guys, since we're like in this daily SIBI here, this is pretty important for me to know, to figure out like what we're doing for the next couple of weeks. Meaning like to determine whether or not we're going to retrace even more. And like, I don't really want us to close above this. If we close above 5150 today, then more likely like more push up next week and perhaps even back to all-time highs, right? I had thought we were going to go for the 60-day low, but NQ did hit the 60-day lows. On this move up, ES was stronger than NQ, so you have to take that into account as well. But that's sort of how I determine bias. It's just how we react off of points of interest and such. Right. What was this? I thought this was like this was a 1 hour? Yeah, that was the 1 hour, an order block here. Ooh la la. It's not as loud this time, so it's not as crazy. Welcome Christopher White. Welcome Christopher Wright to the Bagel Club. So, stream, top right monitor is this one. Okay. It's been the first 30 minutes of the day. We have news in about 10 minutes. I do want to see. Slay. What happened there? Welcome Yasser Nabil. Another person that entered the Bagel Club. Welcome, welcome. Okay, so pretty much like hit, like we're between two P arrays where we rejected this again, we took out those highs, then we came back into this hourly and stalled right at the middle of it. So now we're getting some pretty nice bullishness, right? Maybe I will find a long, but I would have to frame it correctly. Okay, same thing with NQ. Yeah, it did close above there on that, but yesterday it did close above this NQ, so yeah. Let's see any sort of like, yeah, NQ could go for here. That is quite possible. And NQ's a stronger one, right? Overall, I think, on the day, right? Let me just remember. That's DXY. It's tough, actually. Look, DXY is bullish. Okay. ES is at 0.9. This. Let me see structurally, like on the hourly. What happened that day also on Friday? What day was that? Monday? We had an hourly SMT here at the lows. Yeah. Do you see that? That's basically where I'm like, okay. A lot of times that might not mean. It's like the first. Oh, not this one. This one. Friday. You see Friday over here is this. Push up, retraced all the way there, push up again. How much did NQ retrace? Okay, NQ did not take out this either. Well, ES did, it retraced more, and now NQ is, yeah, definitely stronger, I would say, on the structurally. Looking at hourly, like, this close is going to be pretty strong here. NQ. Okay. So, let's see if I could find some sort of entry. I don't know. We'll find out. Like, we could potentially go here, but how much is that? It's still 200 points from there. And 930 did make like a low on the day, so that could definitely be like low of the day today and have a trending day to the upside, where the low is made near the open and the high is made near the close. So lots to think about there. We have 10 a.m. news here. We'll see if it retraces. Okay, so I don't really care too much about this anymore on this daily subby here. I don't think I care that much because we closed above it. We just think about this for a moment. Yeah, because we could like retrace here again. Okay. 10 a.m. 10 a.m. news. You know what would be good to mark out? I do have that marked out. Yes. This little. Let me just take out my measurement tools as well. Potentially like take out this low into this area and then go higher. Okay, 10 a.m. news happened. Not much of a reaction, so I think that we could definitely retrace. You know, we made an order block here. We have a fair value gap here. Let me take this out because I said I don't care about that anymore. And yeah, SMTs I don't really care about right now. This, like, I'm trying to get rid of this on ES because there's just too, like, we're between two FEGs I drew out. I don't think I need this one anymore, right? Oh. Yeah, I don't want to buy in too much of a premium. So I'm waiting for more like a retracement, maybe on a lower time frame or something. And if that doesn't give it to me, then whatever, you know. Let me mark out that 5 minute. I don't need this anymore. Five-minute OB, but we already we closed above it and we already bounced on that, right? So that's actually balanced. See if we take out like this low into this FEG here. And same here. Right? Where's that this little thing here? Does that look like something on the lower time frame? Yeah, that's the volume imbalance on ES. Looks like it's running. We'll see. 5 minute on ES is closing stronger. Let's see what the hourly. It's only the first 5 minutes of this hourly, right? And it only dipped a little bit. Created the lower half of the wick. I'm just thinking about it. I'm thinking. Not anything right now because I'm like, what I said earlier about like it possibly, you know, retracing deeper in this area and such. It's tough because 10 a.m. news was this, and it's going towards the direction, and 10 a.m. news is expanding towards the draw. Let me just check my phone to make sure. Where is my phone? Literally no idea. Oh. Okay. No need. I don't know why I'm like always delete. Sometimes I should leave things up. I think I like legit marked this out here. It was like really nice bounce, right? That's pretty nice bounce. You had like a takeout, pre-market low, order block, breaker, fair value gap. So, not that I was gonna long that anyway, but it's good to tape read it and leave that up and realize like, okay, that was the start of us following bullish order flow, right? All right, let's see. Let's see if it provides some sort of retracement and then lower time frame move back up higher, right? So I'm not just gonna, personally, I'm not just gonna buy the retracement straight up because we're in a premium, like I said, and it could retrace a lot. Like this requires, I think, quite a bit of a stop loss type of thing if you're just gonna buy like that. But I do think that this is definitely just faking out people that are shorting this and put stops here, etc. I feel like this is kind of messy now. I don't need this anymore. Cool. DXY is going higher. This is rough. That's tough when indices are going the same area, direction. Okay, NQ is the stronger one. Okay. Yeah. Try your best to succeed. You're the best. I really don't even know her. Let's check out NQ on the higher time frame here. Yeah, I do think buy side is there. Will we get there today? I mean, how big was the candle yesterday? It was a large candle. We've had quite big candles recently, so I don't know if we'll get there today. I mean, even so, in the afternoon could provide opportunities as well. So this is definitely gonna get taken out, by the way. Yeah, that's just rough. I mean, it's just hard for me to sort of define risk like that right now. If I do think about it though, let me see. Yeah, 24 points, and then it could have come back down here again, honestly. I'll see if I can still, I'm not like FOMOing or anything. I guess I'll find out where my phone is at 10:15, when my alarm goes off for my tilt alarm. Price lent its hand there. 5-minute did provide fair value gap. Yeah, maybe I should like reassess that in the future. Just buy it in this 5-minute low and such, especially seeing that, but it's okay. Just wait. The 15 minutes definitely gonna like explode. Yeah, it's gonna explode above this. I believe it's gonna close above this. If we get like if we get like a trending update, like, which I would like, and it will provide more opportunities in the day. Like, I want this to close above the high. Right? So 5 more minutes. And then maybe provide an opportunity within that. Because this is now like immediately rebalanced. The 15, right? Did it? This is high. 65.25, what's this low? 68.75. No, it didn't rebalance that immediately. All right, let's see. This 5-minute candle should be strong then. We have 4 hours left in this daily. All right, we just started this 4-hour on ES and NQ. See, 3 minutes left. Someone asked where did I was just checking to see if someone, like my assistant Castillo, sends me sometimes relevant questions that people ask. So someone said where do I find the studies? I use research databases and Google. I actually have them saved in a Google Drive, so maybe in the future I'll share those files. Anyway, those people that are like the look at the opening range, right? That actually did work out, right? Because we closed above that, you know, the highs, but also we create a fair value gap showing willingness to go higher. Yeah, I think next time I'll be more on my A game about maybe just buying that. But yeah, it's okay. I'm not pressuring myself. There'll be another opportunity. Okay, so this 5-minute candle is closing pretty well. Pretty strong here. That's good. I would love, 15-minute FEG. You have to remember when you're looking at structure, like on the higher time frames, like 15 minutes, etc., like it takes time for it to form. So you might be waiting a while for it to get your entry, and just be patient. We're all still pretty good reads saying like, okay, this was faking out people shorting here. Decent tape reading session at the least. Low is made at 9:30. Yeah, we could for sure just trend today. It's only 10:15 too. So stretch. In one more minute, I should find out where my phone went. It's 10:14, my 10:15 alarm. Oh. Okay. It was under a piece of paper. 10:15 tilt alarm. Don't FOMO or feel tilted just because like you missed an entry or took a loss or something. I've been really like into chess lately. I played like chess probably like for 2 hours yesterday. It was wild. I'm not very good at it though. I'm actually quite bad. I have to study it. But I think that's gonna be my thing. Like I've struggled for so long to find a thing. Like a hobby that is like away from the charts and such. But I don't know, I feel like that's also not as relaxing. That's not that's also very stimulating, but whatever. Okay. Let's see this 15-minute. What's this one gonna do? Let's check out this. Okay, now we're above these highs made from yesterday. Again, I'm kind of confused by that. Okay, yeah, 4 p.m. I asked yesterday after hours for the Microsoft and how would you say Google earnings, and we still have 160 points since there. This, yeah, I'm waiting for some sort of retracement. Whether that happens like 15-minute closes up here and it ends up retracing to a 15-minute fair value gap or whatever. Yes, it's a lot slower, which is good in a way because like it's good for beginners. I started on ES, you guys. Like if you're just starting out in futures, I recommend ES over NQ for that. Just slower and more secure with, I would say, structurally secure. Like NQ does run out more stops and such. Let me put an alert for when ES crosses over those E30 highs. Like I said, like it's okay to be wrong. Like yesterday I ended up being wrong about continuing lower in the afternoon, but it's not okay to like stay wrong. Like I shifted thinking we could definitely go for these highs, and you know, even higher I would think we could. So, you know, stay flexible, be like water and such. I'm sure Patrick, I'm sure that, you know, momentum traders are having a ball with this, and I hope so. I get happy when my friends win, even if they, you know, if they use other strategies and such. I think this should probably, you know, another green candle. So we might see like three more like 5-minute grind candles to upside to create a FEG or something. Either that, or it's gonna like retrace to here, or back to here, and like this gets to here, right? So let me actually see the swing low to the swing high and like measure, because this is definitely like the start of the move higher, I would say, like more than this one, because this is the leg higher and this is the swing low. So let me just try to pull out my fibs, and that always helps me like not to get too impulsive to buy in a premium. Okay, so this fair value gap is in a discount if it ends up taking out this low again. Sweeping this low. I could see that happening, and doing that would not mean like it's a bearish shift unless it like displaces, right? So we'll see. Either that or it will grind more. Is Timothy Rogers in the chat right now? He asked yesterday, I saw only after the fact. How do I copy trade? Like, how do I do Apex and Top Step both on NinjaTrader, because it tells him only one rhythmic connection. Yeah, you can only have one rhythmic connection on NinjaTrader. Therefore, what you do is I choose rhythmic for top step, and then I choose Tradeovate for Apex, and then Tradeovate for every other firm. So I use Tradeovate for my funded futures as well, because it allows unlimited Tradeovate connections. And if you use the Top Step Tradeovate credentials, like the way that Top Step has it is that you could only use their Tradeovate stuff. So, and you could not then use a different Tradeovate connection. Therefore, I use Rhythmic for Top Step, Tradeovate everything else, and then in NinjaTrader configurations, you click like Add Connection, and you click NinjaTrader, and then you add your Tradeovate connections there. Because NinjaTrader bought out Tradeovate, actually. I like NinjaTrader. Super smooth. They actually have like like a live stream themselves, and they invited me, so I might be doing that in May. I'll let you guys know. I might be a guest on NinjaTrader stream. Stay tuned. I'm getting invited to a lot of different things now. It's crazy. But I don't know about podcasts like everyone. I think I was in the Words of Wisdom, just like the premiere for Zeusy. He's one of my Twitter mutuals, and he did like his face reveal on his podcast. Pretty cool. I watched some of it yesterday during the afternoon, like during lunchtime. That guy's so smart. He's only 18 years old and he's so smart. Like, good for him. It seems like he's got life figured out. When I was 18, I thought I wanted to be a doctor actually. Yeah, so this is the plan. I'm like waiting to see if like this low is gonna get taken. Looks like this 15 minutes is not as strong as I thought it would be, right? So this actual displacement is not really much. So I'm not gonna just like draw that and then buy here in a premium. If it ends up going higher, then I'll just extend this leg out more and try to find more PD arrays. So yeah, I thought I wanted to be a doctor, and you know what? Like, there was like an accelerated there are programs around the US for you could do like just 7 years like undergrad and a doctor medical degree in like 7 years. Like you're already accepted in medical school when you're 18 instead of applying when you're like 22. And what happened was I actually got like they were very competitive, but I got an interview for one, and I'm so serious. Like the guy was at my interview was so nice, and like we had such a great interview, and like we were talking about like all these different things and chikungunya and whatever. And he literally said to me at the end of the interview, like, I'll see you here next year. And I was like, oh my gosh. Like, you know, that's just verbal. Doesn't really mean anything until you get the letter, obviously. But I was like, obviously, you say that to like, someone says that to you in the interview, and they're like, you know, you're in this huge office, and I don't know exactly what his title was anymore, but long story short, I did not get in. I was rejected or waitlisted. I can't remember at this point. Probably rejected. So yeah, I was rejected. I don't think I was waitlisted anywhere, which is better because you don't hold on to hope. But anyway, that's what I thought at 18. So then I ended up doing like biomedical engineering with also on the pre-med track, which just means you take all the courses you would need to apply to medical school. So I took these extra courses along with all the BME courses that were not necessary. Like my other peers were not taking like organic chemistry or biochemistry and such, or bio 2, or so a lot of extra ones. And actually like organic chemistry, I got A+ in both classes, but it doesn't really matter that much. It was fun. But like long story short, like actually my senior year during like biochemistry, I was actually like, I actually like don't want to be a doctor. Like I took all these courses extra, like cool, like maybe in the future I changed my mind so I could, you know, people apply later in life, but it's like I actually don't have much of the passion to be able to withstand all the things they have to do in like residency and such. Kind of weird. Interesting. Small bodied 5-minute candles here. It does look like it's accumulating. Perhaps for another push higher. But like I said, I'm not going to. If it does, then like I'll just use that as another point of interest for later. So yeah, if you stay in the 5, like, you know, you won't get faked out as much. But anyway, my point there was like everything happens for a reason. I honestly think you guys here, like this, I think maybe generate like liquidity double top. It would be really nice if we reject and we come back down here and then we get bought up again. Like that would be actually a dream. Right? That would actually be nice. So I will have an alert here. Maybe even on this order block too. Right? Because like even if it does that, that's not bearish to me. Right? Because it's not like a swing low in this area. Anyway, everything happens for a reason. Some things happen for the best, like for real. And I chose engineering, biomedical engineering, as a backup, which is funny, right? It was my backup in case I decided not to pursue medicine, right? And then I ended up not even doing that. Okay, cool. Let's see if that ends up happening now. What's a 15? But now, maybe I should just continue reading price, but that's a little bit about me. Maybe in the future I'll do a podcast. I don't know. Oh, my whole point there was, oh yeah, I was like, oh, did you see face reveal? And then like, Words of Wisdom saw my comment in the live chat and was like, Tanya, when are you coming on the podcast? And I was like, ooh. I don't know if I want to do a podcast. I've sort of declined like 4 or 5 of them so far, just because it could be distracting and add more audience. You know, I don't know if I really want. Even more, like, I don't know, explosive growth right now. Maybe in May or June. But like right now, I feel like I'm an important stage of development where you could get very sidetracked. But anyway, let me know in the comments if I should do a podcast or not. If I should, like, let me know in the comments if I should go on Words of Wisdom or not, because I'm not. Wonder what the audience thinks about that podcast. Yeah, so let's see if this gets taken. You're the best around. We're about like 30 minutes in this 4-hour candle. Okay. Fight. Do 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 do. We all do. No, not yet. Holy shit. I don't know why that. I have to change the audio. Like, someone remind me. Castillo, can you please remind me to change that stream? What's up, Sam? Donate $10. Greetings from Australia. Okay, let me finish reading that in the actual thing. Thank you so much. Greetings from Australia. Thanks for sharing your journey. If you don't mind sharing, how far were into your trading journey were you before you passed your first challenge? Any tips you wish you knew? Far. Okay. Well, like, I started trading, let me think about that for a moment. I started trading small caps and equities first. So I wasn't really trading, and I wasn't trading ICT either first. I was trading like a bunch of different strategies. I tried so many. So it was like only 2 years into my journey that I found ICT. And I would say I passed my first challenge probably like 3 months into it. Yeah. And I got like my first payout like 9 months into it. But remember not to compare your journey to someone else's, because everyone's different. People do not have the same amount of time in the day, just for like the record. Yeah, I want this to get taken. So let's see. History repeats itself. Yeah, don't compare. Like, maybe it'll provide some encouragement to people, I don't know. Or maybe not. Maybe some people are like, that's so long. I don't know. Everyone's different. Everyone has different personality and different amount of time in the day also. Yeah. Yo, yeah. Also, I am antsy. Like, I am pretty, like, already, like, I'm speaking about that, like, scaring me and such. I am already pretty much a jumpy person. Like, my roommate in the past, like, literally just, I knew she was there, but I could, like, just feel her presence coming, like, towards me as I'm opening the refrigerator, and I was like, oh my gosh. Like, I literally, like, when she just started talking to me, I knew she was there, but I didn't expect her to start talking to me, and I literally jumped up. Like, I was like I'm very easily like that. It's not in the it's not in my area of interest yet, so we'll see. History repeats itself. Try your best to succeed. What would that look like? One can dream. I mean, I don't know. You're the best around. Nothing's gonna ever keep me down. 5-1. I mean, that's a 40 point though. I would probably look for yeah, that's too much for me to put down risk, like just like going into that, plus it could retrace more, so I'd probably look for like a lower time frame, taking it out, and then probably lower time frame, you know, some type of indication, and lower time frame entry. But this is actually, is this a breaker block on the 15 right now? It is a breaker block, but it's not no fair value gap actually there. Nothing's gonna have to keep me down. ES, I didn't take it. What would be the risk on ES? But like, where is, I'm more interested. I don't know. Oh, actually, sheesh. Yeah, ES is not gonna like move all the way up there today if we're gonna move like 90 points. But like, what's like the midpoint of this? This is the midpoint of the daily fair value gap, so it makes sense that like we're stalling a bit. But what's the midpoint of this? What is that? That's not what I wanted. That was a fib. I don't even use that fib time zone. Parallel channel. Okay. I gotta delete some of that. Okay. 51, 54. Sure. Lines up with like this wick. That's probably where ES could get to if we are more bullish in this late in the day. Let's see if we can find some sort of standard deviation. Oh, interesting. DXY just hit. Ooh. Okay. DXY just hit buy side, so maybe there is like retracement or reversal lower, like, you know what I'm saying? But if it just continues going, then I'll be very cautious. But you know, a lot of times DXY, what it does is like here, right? And it's we're pretty much are consolidating in this daily FEG, right? So it takes a low, wicks it, whatever, retraces. You know, it takes a low. Here we did really well with buys on Tuesday, and ICT was calling price there. but because it was closing below this and not showing any like intermediate market structure to possibly shift higher, we went for longs. But you know, it took a while and then it retraced, taking lows, wicking these lows, retracing. So we'll see if this high gets wicked or not. But the 5 like here, so it needs more structure. Yeah, we're up on the day 1%. So yeah, I could definitely see it coming here and like accumulating more and then moving, pushing up later. Where's NQ? And I want it to. Yeah, this is not a swing low like it is here. So I guess this is what I'm measuring on ES, plus it's the weaker one. Okay. What would happen? What would that look like? And plus then I can measure standard deviation. This is like how I form trade ideas. What would that look like if you were just to buy that, right? And where's like a quote-unquote safe stop? Protected low and such, you know? If you're just to buy that straight up, you know, order. There's like a bunch of P areas here, but I prefer just putting in the swing low in these situations, right? What did I say in that regard earlier? Yeah. So I would want to actually. I also wouldn't just buy this straight out because of the way that this is still in a premium. Like it's just too much of a risk buying that like that on the 5. Yeah, so I'd rather it you know, entice these people making, you know, thinking this is resistance and such. Take out sweep some sell stops here and then look for a lower time frame shift higher. It is 1040. So we'll see what the 1050 macro does. Yeah, NQ is stronger. It's about to even take that high again. You have to be okay with not FOMOing and being okay with like missing a move, right? Missing a move is not missing a trade. Two different things. Okay, I don't need to mark that out anymore. Oh yo, I was so hype this morning. I got my Top Step payout. I got that email. I got that email from Top Step. Lit. I actually got it yesterday at 10 p.m. Okay. At 10? Let's see what time. One of my friends, this is what's dangerous about having friends that are traders, at 10:19 said you long. So what was price action? Where were we? 10:19. We were up here. Did retrace. It's like, okay, so near the highs of the day, my trader friends will ask me if I'm long. We have this 15-minute FUD here. One, we retraced this, and this, and that. Okay. Yeah, I think that we can have another retracement for. Look, DXY is just like going higher. Yeah, it's tough. Tough warning here. Yes, it's a little weaker. What's YM doing? Okay. the best around. YM's not even near the, like, all the other two indices are near the high of the week. That's why I don't really like trading the Dow. Okay, but Dow is here. It did break above that. Yes, didn't. Okay. Four-hour. Yeah, I mean, it's weird. I'd rather long NQ. Like, that's a note to myself than ES. It is stronger. Tech is leading with the earnings. So I always try to long the stronger and short the weaker asset. Like yesterday, I actually shorted ES instead of NQ. Yeah, that's my ideas. That's my trade idea for today. Standard deviations would be good to mark out as well. So this is the manipulation leg from that swing high to the 930 low. I do think that 930 low is the low of the day today. What is this? Okay, let me take that off for a moment because I don't need that anymore. Okay. Okay, so yeah, I like to go for like now we see whether that lines up with anything. Now you can do is like extend the lines left. Yeah. We're here right now. Oh, it doesn't really line up with anything, really. I guess this one. What's that one? Negative 2.5. Like, this is sort of like the midpoint of this, I guess. 2.5 is pretty good. I don't know. No, that's not much of a help. It's not always gonna line up. But like when it does line up with stuff, then that's like always some nicer confluence. Any other thing? From here to yeah, so I think we can retrace again. Okay. What am I doing right now? So it's 10:47. I wanted to see, we did this one. And also you could do this one. Yeah, they line up okay. They're a little staggered because they're close. Yeah, a lot of the times, you guys, like, if it reaches, oh, by the way, a -1, is this the manipulation leg? Let me take off this one. Yeah, this is the manipulation leg one. When price like reaches the -1 standard deviation of the manipulation leg, like from here, like somewhere between -1 to -1.5, it often does have a retracement after. This still isn't much of a retracement, but I would like it to retrace. If it doesn't, then I'll simply find something, another PD area in the afternoon to go off of. It's fine. It's just, like, I don't think these are protected lows. So if I went to long here, it just doesn't make any sense for me to do so. It's all good. Yeah, NQ a lot stronger than ES here. DXY. I would have thought it would retrace while DXY is doing that. I'm chilling. I'm not buying up here. $50. Where did I say is buy side, by the way? Up here? Yeah. Okay. You gotta hold on, ready or not. The 10 a.m. low. It's like this. I'm just like looking at the 4-hour on ES and NQ. This is NQ. Here's the 10 a.m. open. Just like thinking about how the 4-hour candle will form. If I believe it will be, right, a large candle expansion. Where's like the opening of the 10 a.m. candle? I'm sure some people are like, you're making everything so complicated. I don't know. I don't think so. I feel like I just draw lines. Oh shit, I've been muted for how long? Maybe only 5 seconds. Okay. I said maybe if it like doesn't, what do I want to say? If it doesn't retrace right now, I'll stop my alerts in, and I will still look at price when it does for this specific situation, right? I'll get like a text message or whatever when I get my trading view alerts. If you do want to learn how to do that, I did post a tutorial on that, like a link to my friend who made the tutorial on my YouTube channel. What is it called? Like where I put posts, the community page, right? I put a link. If you scroll down a little bit, I think I put a link there. So that, like, you know, Especially if you have a job or your other responsibilities, you can then just literally get a text message from TradingView instead of how would you say, gluing eyes to chart all day. Wanted to put out, like, again, this little thing. Yeah, it was just a small retracement. Oh well then. If I end up missing it, then I end up missing it. It's fine. I can always find something else. Personally, just don't want to be. And this move up higher is kind of grindy. Yes, did not even take out the 830. Oh, cool. Steph said, watch your stream for the first time yesterday, Tanya. I'm typically supply and demand trader and use VWAP. And really enjoyed your analysis on ICT FAG trading though. Oh, you're welcome. I used to do VWAP when I first started. I think VWAP is the most like commonly used indicator. Which is not a bad thing. You want people to be using, you don't want to be using like an indicator that, if you are using one, that like nobody knows, because then you want like then the theory is like, you know, other people are participating in that move as well and whatever. We're halfway there. Let's see what else. How do you know if it's trending versus liquidity sweep? Doesn't NQ have SMT of ES? It's all about knowing higher time frame levels and drawn liquidity, right? I sort of did talk about how I thought yesterday we were bearish into the afternoon, but I flipped. And a lot of it is, okay, a lot of it is, whether it's a liquidity sweep or a market structure shift, is displacement, how the market reacts at that moment, at that price, at that area. Right? So you see what I believe I did say that price was lending its hand here because there was a fair value gap there that we were willing to go higher. Let me think for a moment though. And whenever there's like not like here, there's no bearish ones. And the way that price reacts, whether it's a wick closes back inside the range. And on the higher time frame, a lot of it, what I do use is like the whether or not we close above or below fair value gaps and above or below swing highs and lows. Right, so for today, I really would like for ES to at least get to here, close above here, right? This is the daily, if we're continuing to be bullish on the day. Today's close, I think, is pretty important. I mean, in the coming weeks, if we're bullish in the coming weeks, or like the next day or so, whatever. Right, because we're at 50% of this leg down. The daily for FEG. If we like fail and we close below, then that could possibly mean like maybe not necessarily like we'll go lower a lot, but we could at least take out like today's low like in the next coming day or so. So if you're a day trader though, like well, people like I think fail to understand is like you're switching your bias based on price action. You're pretty flexible about it, right? So something you said maybe even 15 minutes ago didn't happen, right? So let's say, for example, if someone were to be bearish today and they were like, okay, what I'm looking for is a close below this low and a close below this 5-minute FEG with a displacement. And if they're looking for that and it's not happening, then they're more inclined to be like, okay, maybe it's time for me to shift bullish, right? Pretty interesting how it's now 11. It is 11 a.m. So this is London close or offset. People call it because the people are offsetting their positions and such. Perhaps like large funds or whatever taking profits and whatever London close type of things. And ES is still not above 830 high. Maybe soon. Maybe that's going to be the offset move higher. It's the 1050 to 11 a.m. macro then likely just goes higher. 1050. I feel like I should get rid of this yellow box in the background. Maybe just mark it out with Alright, called that pretty well, I think, but maybe someone ended up scalping it, but pretty cool. Pretty cool to see. What I'm gonna do is, because it's annoying me too in the background. Yeah, look at that. Pretty cool. It always is kind of hard when it makes these grindy, like, higher lows here. And it doesn't exactly take out a low, but this is where I sort of forgot about that. But the 1050 macro then inverted this, and we accumulated and pushed higher into the London close. Pretty nice. For NQ, that would look like that. Pretty much would be having to buy those highs of days and whatever. Not bad. So, like we talked about with that, why that SMT was not valid to be looking at. You see that we took it. Just have to know when they're valid and when they're not. I know it's hard. A lot of people. I mean, I had a lot of trouble with that at first. And even I think yesterday was one where I could have maybe been better about realizing it is valid. The one at the lows. But, you know, just don't worry about it too much. Just recognize that, like, let's say you were bearish and you saw those SMTs, I still wouldn't be, I guess some people could have been on the 1 minute and wanting to short this, but no. I then demand more, like on the 5 then. Still thinking about, like, you know, the rest of the day. NQ is up 1.7%. ES is up 1%. Like, I think the morning definitely, I'm not, the morning move is done, is over for now. I think that was probably, yeah, that was probably the better ICT entry, but just for a little scalpy scalp there. What would have that been? Just on ES, like a little, yeah. 1R, 1.2R. Yeah, I'll still have these lows like marked out as alerts. Now that offset's over, we're gonna go into lunchtime. Lunchtime could possibly take out morning stops. Think about it. I don't think I want to, you know, long here now, especially now ES took that. Higher time frame. Mm-hmm. Hourly. Hourly looks pretty strong. Now that we closed on the hourly, we actually closed above this on NQ, which is good. What's hourly on ES like? Okay, so that was when we were having SMTs. So NQ is still the stronger one. Some people, I'm just thinking about how I like marked out that on ES because it was like the sixth sister approach, yeah. Some people actually though, they'll use like ES analysis to like long NQ, like being like, oh, okay, ES still has to go up there, so like let's long the stronger one, and when it hits it, we'll take profit. Just kind of interesting. But I think I marked out. Yeah, so the end of this hour, we should have like an hourly fair value gap. Considering this strong close above that, I didn't really have a 15-minute one, which is what I would have preferred. That's what I'll be looking at, but as of right now, not any position. I'll have alerts here in case we do come back to this area, right? Because this is like 50%. This is in discount of the move up. And this would be a liquidity sweep. So we'll see. Be careful not to over leverage or such. Capital Preservation Friday. I do still think that today could be a bit of a battlefield. Look at the daily here on ES, right? This is the day so far. It's 11. Quite the indecision candle, right? ES is digging, I mean, NQ is digging into this little body order block. Quite the indecision candle here for so far. But for the rest of the day, I would say I'm still bullish. I'm checking out. Okay, it looks like it is retracing a bit. Checking out to see the reaction here. And then look for a lower, like not just buying that straight up. Like I said, like look for a reaction on a lower time frame. Maybe it comes now. I don't know. Let me mark it on NQ. A lot of little lines here, I know. And I have 4 monitors. Is that interesting how offset took that high and then immediately? So anybody sort of buying a breakout? Yikes. Never FOMO or anything. So let's see. Yes, is retracing way deeper. I don't think I would want to do the six sister approach buying ES. Rather buy NQ. But right now ES is pretty much near its... Is it? Yeah. I want to look at the 4 hour. Yeah, near its 4 hour open. What was this purple thing? I think this is the 10 a.m. open for NQ. Okay. This is the 10 a.m. open for ES. Okay. Or it's the daily fair value gap midpoint? Oh no, low. Okay. I didn't get my alert that I took out that low. Might not. Like, it has been sort of like grinding that way. Haven't taken a trade yet. I think a lot of people, like the professional traders today, are sort of like taking a break, like, you know, not really trading so much today. Price is like what they call is like in price discovery mode. We closed above that. I think I should have that. Purple is a cute color. Huh. Okay. What did I want to say? Sippy high. 10 a.m. open. Rough. What's DXY doing? It's bullish. Yeah. Hmm. I was gonna say you have so much lipstick on your chart. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Not particularly. Five-minute order block, but you know, this still has to take sell size. Maybe it does drop. This one does drop a bit. Maybe lunchtime does end up taking these lows. Really would not want like a close below this little FEG here. And the reason why I wouldn't really short this from here, I think I do have like a 1 minute open on NQ on a different chart. I don't know if people are probably looking to short this, but I believe any move like lower from here would probably be a high resistance run because there's just so many highs and lows to get through. In my humble opinion, that it would be kind of a mess to hold through, and possibly even like, you know, it did take a low here. It could possibly invert this and go higher. Especially since especially like if you're against you're trading against the order flow at that point. Because I'm sure some people might have that question. Yeah, this is like, oh, this is like a breaker and a fair value gap. Okay. It could work, but it's just not something I really want to participate in really right now. Because I know that this is going lower. Yeah. I don't think that, like, I think anything that it would hold here would probably take quite a while. It's after the kill zone. It's 11:18. So Anyway, guys, I think that will be it for the stream today. I will have this low marked out. I will check out NQ at that time. If you are trading the rest of the day, just make sure, as always, manage risk, stay safe. Look at, we'll actually. Did this end up taking this low? Yeah. Hey, maybe this ends up inverting it and that's someone else's model to go long. I don't know. It is tapping really nicely into this FEG, this 5 minute. It's like pretty nice reactions there so far, right? So I do think ES goes higher. On the 4 hour, you were around. We went back to the open, I think. 26? Yeah. This is the 4 hour open. I didn't want the 4 hour low. I wanted the, oh, that was the daily fair value gap low. Yeah, we went back to the 4 hour open again. So what I can see actually happening now is this probably inverting even on the 5 minute. Then you know, that could be a possible entry. Did NQ even make a fair value gap on the 5? No. $830 highs and it created an order block here on the 5, so it makes sense that it could have bounced here, but no lower time frame shift higher yet, right? So you don't really want to be guesstimating that. Like this has 2 inverted fair value gaps on the one here. We have 2 hours and 30 minutes left in this 4 hour FEG. I mean 4 hour candle. One hour here. I'll keep streaming for a bit because I do wonder if there will be like a bullish shift to get involved in. This took this low, right? What's the low here? 25. What's the low here? Yeah. This took this low. This did not take that low. It's much stronger. NQ. Important not to, you know, buy tops of candles like here because it was up 1.7% at that time. Now it's up 1.5. Yeah. I wonder what the heat map looks like on FinViz. You're the best around. Let's see. It's funny, I started like wrapping up the stream and I was like, actually, let me like hang around because I'm probably going to be still watching. Yeah, whoa. Google is up 10%. Wow. Nvidia is up 5%. Avgo 4%. Where's Microsoft? Okay, 3%. Yeah, I'm not fading that. Unwillingness to close below lows. We'll look at that. Anyone ever like you give yourself a head massage and it feels nice? Nothing's gonna keep me down. Literally, so right now, see this. Close above this. You know? With displacements. That would probably be good, looking nice. History repeats itself. Try your best to succeed. Really, it's quite interesting. It's holding up pretty nicely there, the 830 highs. Oh yeah, how much did we do on that? Where I said... Come on. Fib. I don't know why I have so many tools I don't even use in my favorites right now. I don't know. Someone hacked into my trading view or something. Just joking. Okay, so look how it did reach between this 1.1 to 1.5. Now it is retracing a bit. Yeah, like NQ could literally like come down here again to 0.5. And the SIBI high again of the daily SIBI. 10 a.m. open, maybe. I think the theme of the day would be like grind higher, but like also don't buy the top, obviously. Try my best to stay patient. Notice how like we're very much not like displacing lower, we're just wicking. Unwillingness to go lower. Probably. And you can probably check out ES at the NQ at this time around probably like 2:40 p.m. yesterday. Or 2:30, I don't know. I'll have my alert when if it breaks out, so I'll know, but I'll talk about what I'm talking about here. Right, I was actually did try a short at this time. ES filled that gap down to the T here. I did take a short here because it inverted this, you know, large displacement. But at this time here, it was just bouncing on a 5-minute order block. And look at how it was like unwilling to go lower. It was just failing to close below the recent lows, right? It's just wicking, retrace, wick, and then boom, right? Then it closes above a little high. So maybe I'll end up having to look at the 30-second here. Actually, there was something on the 1 minute there, right? It's something I look at. So pretty similar here for the time being, but it could grind more because it's lunchtime, or it's about to be lunchtime. Watch me like get an email from Michael being like, why are you still streaming at 11:30? It's lunchtime. Enjoy your weekend, folks. That's what he would say. I actually would want it to sort of take this low without displacing. That would be probably the best. And obviously this one, but you know. There's so much lipstick on your chart. I don't think so. And also, I'm just talking to myself right now. You guys, I asked Patrick when I first started streaming, I was like, hey, I noticed that now sometimes I just talk to myself during the day. Is that like normal? And he's like, yeah, like you're pretty much talking to yourself for like 3 hours every day when you're streaming. And I was like, oh, true, in a way. Or even this low. Where's the 5 minute? Yeah, so if it closes above this, I would probably, if ES closes above this, I would maybe look for longs to new high day and daily fair value gap high. If it inverted this 5 minute SIBI. Hasn't done so yet. Now we have new swing highs. It would be really nice if we... What do you mean? You did not cross up that line. Okay. Talking to my own trading view. What's this even? This for this? Yeah. You're the best. You know what? That would really actually be pretty nice. A market structure shift higher that inverts a 5 minute, on the 1 minute that inverts a 5 minute SIBI. Perhaps. That's actually what I do like. I like those kinds of things. On price, to see those kinds of things in price action. So just being patient. See, like anyone that was shorting this, and I said why I wasn't, because it would be high resistance lower. You know, they are just stuck in this trade for like, they probably, if they had just shorted here, you know, just grinding, not being in profit. That's one thing that you could use to think about whether or not you're in a high resistance condition. Is, hey, if you're in like, not like, my best trades, low resistance liquidity runs are when I'm in profit right away for you know, within the first 5 minutes or so. So if I'm sort of like break even slash in drawdown for like 5 to 10 minutes, it's likely not going to work out that my way. History repeats itself. Yeah, that's ugly even on the 30 seconds, pretty ugly. You're the best. Been listening to a lot of 80s rock lately. Nothing's gonna ever keep me down. I honestly would love to see a sweep of this low or this low, like a wick, like kind of this, or even here. And that, you know, that would be even better if it did. And then lower time frame, 1 minute market shift up. A girl can dream. It was all about being patient, right? Like there was no close above a swing high with a displacement, so you do not enter longs, but and the short, like I said, high resistance. I don't even think that this could go here. anymore. It's 11:34. ES on the left, NQ on the right. And if there's no, let's say like it takes the high, and there's no displacements higher, then I'm not going to enter, right? There's no fair value gap, there's no entry for me, because then I'm just going to be like, okay, like it's a Friday, like a grindy day, you know. So, you know, we did gap up again. So when you had a huge move overnight, the New York AM session is not the easiest to navigate. Just hit the like button if I helped a little bit or if you learned something. You know, I'm just looking at NQ and still it's holding pretty well on the 4 hour. Holding pretty well. You know, and it's bouncing on here. And if we are going higher, then it'll be pretty good. Still pretty decent area. Like I wouldn't feel like I'm longing premium anymore, really, because on the hourly we are below the open, and if we are like bullish, quite bullish on the day, then I'll be fine. But nothing yet. I'd be patient. Lunchtime. Yeah, lunchtime we could go for morning session lows, so I am keeping that in mind. Easy salad days we want to do, not the hard, horrible. Look at I'm just thinking about the people in shorts right now. They're unless they got the perfect entry, they're pretty much like break even or in drawdown. But hey, whatever. So sometimes if you got this one 20 points, you see that it's not displacing, take it off, whatever. 20 points is good for NQ. If you can get 20 points a day, you can become very rich off of just 20 points a day on NQ. That's something I am kind of implementing more of my Apex accounts, right? Because tend to just take profit more on those accounts because of the consistency rules and the you know, drawdown before you make it out of the threshold. And it is good for some things, right? Like because then you leave those accounts and you're done for the day. And you're fine. Okay. Yes, what you gonna do? What you gonna do? Are you just gonna sweep higher and then go lower? This is the 5-minute FEG. What people do is like they put the subtraction sign or whatever. What you gonna do when they come for you? Yeah, so for the record, I think a couple people call me doctor or whatever. I'm not a doctor. I have a bachelor's in biomedical engineering. I did rat surgery, so maybe that's why they're confused. So they saw rats. That's not a doctor, it's just a researcher. Grindy, grindy, grindy. Imagine all these people that are shorting, they're in pain, so maybe we'll see move to the upside. Or maybe we'll see manipulation lower, move to upside, whatever, it doesn't matter to me. You're the best. Nothing's gonna ever keep me down. History repeats itself. What happened there? Somebody donated? Let's see. Thank you so much. Oh, welcome Francisco to the Bagel Buddies. Bagel Besties. Wait, which one? Welcome to the Bagel Club. Yeah, in the meantime, let me see. Did I get any more questions while we're watching this grinder? No. Okay. Yeah, I guess like the best trade of the morning if we are reviewing, just probably either the 5, just buying the 5 there and just taking 50 points or whatever, or this little thing I mentioned for the 1050 macro 5 point. 5 handles handled on ES. 5 handles can get you far. What's the daily like on ES? Weird. Yeah, definitely weird. Yeah, let's see what's happening here. Ooh, ES is... Will we get a displacement here? We'll see in the next candle. NQ not doing it. See, if there's no FEG created from this candle, I'm not interested. Interesting. We do. This one hasn't caught up yet. History repeats itself. Try your best to succeed. What am I doing? Oh, yeah. Watching. Be good. Let's see. This 1 minute in this candle. If we invert this, yeah, I think I will then probably try ES longs and hold for like this, or even NQ longs here. Ooh. Ooh la la. Let's see. One more minute in this. 30 more seconds. 30 more seconds. Okay. Pretty nice close there. Let's go. All these people that are short are going to get hurt. So, what does that look like? I've seen this many times now, so I'll probably just go in the first 1 minute FEG created there or such. Yeah. Or even on NQ, right? Pretty nice here. Inverted this. And NQ is a lot stronger. So let's watch that. You're the best around. Sorry. Alright, I'm gonna try yeah, I'm gonna try NQ buys here. Right here in that 1 minute FEG. We'll see if we can take it up to the hive day. Okay. I'm in the longs. M1 FEG. Taking to here. Yeah, new hive day. You're the best around. Pretty decent. Let me see. I'm just looking at the 4 hour and the hourly. And the ES, I think it's about to come back into its inverted FEG. So it's still, ES also has the same type of thing. So pretty good. See? This is a 2 minute fair value gap that got inverted. So this is also holding price up. This is another PDA right now. So let's see. Staying patient. We're in the trade. I'm looking for it to just like blow off the top though soon. Yeah, everyone that's in the shorts are gonna get stopped likely. So, you know, it's looking good. Up 10 points already. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go, Mets. Sorry, not the Mets, though. Not the Mets. Not the Mets. Tanya's in the trade. Tanya said exactly when she would get in, so. Let's go. We're up 12 points. It's not exactly where I would put it roughly. You need to see it. Just like rip now. History repeats itself. Try your best to succeed. Yeah, it's looking good. Look at that 5 minute on NQ. Sorry. That's looking good. Very good. Just staying in the trade. We're chilling like a villain. Try your best to succeed. Da, 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 da. Let's see if it follows bullish order flow quickly to spool up to the upside. Not really that interested if it like comes back and like sort of super deep. That would suck. Now I'm back around break even-ish, but I'm still not worried. I think it's gonna spool still. I'm just gonna look at NQ at the moment. Damn. I'm down 5 points. Okay. It's coming back into this area again. I'm chilling. Chilling like a villain. Back to around where I entered. Yep. Spooling. This. Yeah, it shouldn't come back to this for sure down here. Let's see it spool. Pretty decent there. You see, like, it again, it just wicked it. What time is it? 11:52. Okay. Looks fine. Look, yes, same. Bruh. Really? Bro. That sucks, but I mean, I'm still not stopped out. It's still like okay, but it's not my favorite because it's supposed to freaking rip from there. Not my favorite there. There's one more, there's 6 more minutes left in this hourly candle. Interesting. 5 more minutes left in this. On NQ. I still think it's okay. Really am not happy about it though.
Might end up just like taking some one contract off. I don't know. It's okay. It's all good. It literally worked out for like 2 minutes, and then I was like caught up in that. Maybe I should have not been that distracted, but all good. All good. It's still good. Still in this like area. I still think it spools higher, so. If I get stopped, then I'll still look for another entry later. It's fine. Still, it's like it's 50% of this 2-minute inverted. Whatever. Know what I'm saying? Still fine. What time is it? Time and price. I think I should be fine. Lunch is gonna go for the stops. I could potentially get stopped. I don't know. But then I'll just look again for longs. But I do think like more likely still to go higher. Yeah. So ES is around like the open of its hourly candle. There's 3 more minutes. Where are we at? NQ also is pretty similar. Yeah, I think it's fine. I'm down about 8 points on NQ. That's not even that bad. But high resistance. It's fine. Totally good. This didn't even close below this. It did dig pretty deep. Find out, I guess, in a few minutes. Not a happy camper at this time, though. For sure. Might take the L. 'I don't really get, like... Yeah, okay. This and this. What's this one look like? Yeah. This one. Okay. $41. Yeah. Lunchtime. Shit. If I get stopped, then whatever. Then it's my fault because like lunchtime does go for lows. And I'm stopped. Bum, 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 bum. Okay. Well, the 3-day streak is over then. But I'm gonna continue watching. That was kind of shitty, but whatever. That was kind of funny. My alarm went off and then it freaking took an L. I'm still gonna continue watching this. We're gonna hang around. I think I should have probably taken one contract off the table there, but I was too excited. Rough. Tough. Alright, followed my plan though. Followed my plan, can't micromanage everything. I'm gonna continue the stream though. Nothing's gonna ever keep me down. So perhaps lunch goes for lows here and here. Now, yes, getting rejected again there. Might end up being just difficult. But I'm still gonna wait. Wait for some sell side and then still gonna look for longs. I might continue the stream up for a while. But not gonna, for the next trade, I'll take smaller sizing for sure. Let's see, the top right monitor. That's probably gonna be better. Oh no, people came in to fade me, probably. It's okay. I still do think higher. Just what's DXY doing though? Yeah, it's not helping out. We'll see if it ends up taking those lunch lows. Right? I mean, not the lunch lows. We'll see if lunch ends up taking some of this trendline liquidity. Right? Because now on the bearish side, we have a bit of it inverted this fair value gap that broke this high. It's kind of a speed bump here. You know, some people might want to scalp the short. I don't know. It's tough because you are just in this like pretty tight range. 15. Yeah. Lunch typically goes for lows. So we'll see if that ends up holding for the speed bump for lower or not. What is that? Why did my gut total 7 was 12 for lunch? It might end up, I don't know. I actually don't want to even overtrade today. So I don't want to also like just stream all day either. But hey. It's pretty interesting though. It like price action right now, so to me at least. So speed bump, lower. We'll see. High resistance. Speed bump. So far, yeah. It's just as tough because it's a range. But lunch typically does take out liquidity. I was thinking higher. Liquidity higher, but we'll find out what it ends up doing. I don't really see this as taking out enough liquidity to go higher yet, so I do think possible speed bumps here. We'll see. If it closes above this, then that is invalidated. So, you know, that's a potential small, short idea. I don't know. Speed bumping. That. Pretty crazy though. I wouldn't get involved unless, again, unless we take some liquidity. For the upside, I mean. So let's see. So digging into here and rejecting. Look at ES actually. ES didn't even make any fair value gap on the lower move. pretty tough. Like, this is pretty tough. That's pretty tough. Even like this, it didn't even invert the 5-minute. So the longs are still valid for ES, actually, and NQ. It's just rough when it, like, retraces this much. It's lunchtime, it's gonna be tomfoolery. It does seem like it's like the slow grinder. I don't know. Slow grind, move back up. What's the 5-minute on here? Yeah, we didn't invert that either. We did not invert that either. Yeah, I might have just gotten unlucky on the stop out there. I mean, we'll find out. Will we go for that lunch low liquidity? So we didn't really yet. Lunch lows. I do think this is trendline liquidity. Lunch to go for lows. God, so ugly, really. It would be helpful if it takes at least this low and then makes some sort of breaker block to the upside. Otherwise, it's unhelpful. Yeah, ES is not really respecting this. ES is stronger. Tough. The hourly. It's a 4-hour look like ES. That's NQ. We're in a holding pattern, which is like the worst. Yeah, I'm like just gonna take that L, and then maybe later on there's something easier. Because right now it's lunch. Rough. Let me see my phone. Is my assistant still around? Might have gone to bed. Reminder for lunchtime. The 5 biggest. Yeah, that's funny. My assistant sent like, hey, remember the 5 biggest mistakes traders make? Yeah, that's the video I made. And it was like, over trading. For sure. It's one of them. So I don't want to overtrade today. I have all days when you know, like, hey, the drawn liquidity is a little unclear. So kind of annoying that I couldn't scalp that. Really, like, you couldn't have given that to me, but whatever. I should have scalped 10 points. Taken off. Ugh, whatever. Shoulda, woulda, coulda. Too tough. It's a battleground right now. Battleground. Would be nice though for lunch. Go for morning lows, morning trendline liquidity. That was probably my mistake. The time. It's like entering at 11:46 is a weird time. It doesn't matter. Let's see if it goes for lunch lows. I mean, morning lows, like this low before lunch. So it's like this one at 23. So we'll see, essentially. NQ is like dead. Hey, what's this range right now? Very small. Makes sense. Maybe I should, I don't know. I don't know if I want to like stream the afternoon or just continue this going. Maybe I'll stream the power hour. It's power hour on a Friday. Maybe I should just take it off. And not like fumbled my bag that I made earlier in the week. Yeah, it's just too weird. It's just too little of a range. And it doesn't even make sense. So I can't make sense of it right now. Like, sure, we're just grinding higher, and it makes it just so hard where to put your stop, I guess. Because we'll see. The best around. Nothing's gonna ever keep me down. So 23. The 4-hour is still bullish though. 1 hour. This is like, I'm just thinking it probably just take out a sell stops for us to look for move back higher. It is just high resistance, lower, which is a good sign, I would say, for the bulls though. I wouldn't really trust another shift up higher though, because it didn't take out any of that internal liquidity. So if it shifts up higher again from here, I'll just call it a day. Don't want to get too fatigued for no reason. Speed bumping, but it's not really doing much there. And yeah, I don't know, ES, very ugly. I can't believe that. I mean, I can. Let's see. Holding pattern. Consolidation. Oh wait, what was another thing I said? It's like trading consolidations is a top 5 beginner mistake people make. Yeah. So we don't really want to be in the middle of a range of a consolidation type of play. So like what I'm looking for is though, like if we're to sweep consolidation lows. DXY, kind of weird, pulling back. Pretty ugly, bro. Yeah, I think I'm gonna stop the stream. It's just boring now. So whatever. Don't give back too much on Fridays. 3 wins, 1 loss so far this week on the stream. And I'm okay with that. I don't want to just be like, yo, I can't handle 1 loss. So, especially when, you know, my win rate is like 50%. It's not that big of a deal to take losses. So, I don't think that this is worth it anymore to engage with unless I get some sort of alert later on in the day. Hey, these lows were taken. Maybe you can look for, you know, a shift higher, etc. But thanks for coming, everyone. We'll see you back here. I don't know, if either Monday or Tuesday. Like, I don't want to think that, I don't want to, let me see. Let's see, Monday or Tuesday, which one? Forex. I think I'm just going to call it a week, you guys. I don't think that there's this is, you can see from the price action, it's not good. So we took an L and we move on. Let's see, Forex Factory. Monday. F4X Factory. Yeah. I'm not interested in this, by the way. Let's move up right now. Yeah, there's no news, so likely not Monday. See you back here for sure Tuesday, 9:15. And have a great weekend, everybody. Remember, like, this is where you're tested as a trader. When price is not cleanly delivering and you take a loss, how are you going to treat that loss? You know? So you just move on, you wait for more structure and for cleaner action, essentially. That's what I'm doing. And have alerts in. But other than that, have a great weekend, and I'll see you back.